Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Travis Apple, and he's Brian Vale, and this is Gametime Situation.
Thanks for joining us once again on this lovely November Wednesday.
This weather is so weird, Brian. One day it's sunny, the next day it's snowy.
That's very true, Trav, and I guess that's why we have to love Ohio, not because Hawthorne Heights told us to, but because the weather.
Right. You know why else we love Ohio?
Because we have good professional sports teams, right?
Well, I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. You know my thoughts on that. But we do have Ashland University Athletics, and those teams are very good.
Good call there, Trav. Well, the fall seasons are ending, but we'll bring you up to date on all the fall sports teams and
give you some previews of the winter sports teams, and another AU athlete will go under the Game Time spotlight with Chip Whipple.
Well, just like the beginning of the year, I was very excited about the fall sports teams, and you better believe I'm excited about the winter sports teams.
Well, that's good, Brian, because that's exactly what we're going to do. The winter sports seasons are just a week away.
Well, I know another thing as well, Trav, and I think you do too.
What's that? It's game time. Who? Now, in our last show, we talked about how well the volleyball team was doing, as they had won 10 of their last 12 games. Well, 2 Thursdays ago, the Eagles traveled to Findlay, short drive, for their last regular season showdown with in-state rival Findlay, the Oilers. And fans, you might as well get used to hearing Findlay, because Ashland Sports played them a lot in the last few weeks. Anyways, if you were to win the game, they would host a first round of the GLIAC playoffs.
If I were to win the game?
If you were, if AU was,
okay.
Either of them.
All right.
Anyways, because I figure we're Ashland.
Right, yeah. Okay.
So, anyways, well, Ashland won the first 2 games 30-25 and 30-20 and looked like they were going to get a sweep. However, the Oilers had other ideas as they took the next 3 games 33-31, 31-29, and 18-16 to put away the Eagles. The first 2 games, AU had 17 and 18 kills respectively, but their hitting percentage then declined. AU was led by junior Mary Kate Glow with a game-high 25 kills and a team-high 18 digs. Senior Beth Dangle provided 19 kills and 15 digs. Freshman Marina Santos added 10 kills and 15 digs. And junior Lindsey Warren recorded 55 assists. With Findlay's victory, that meant AU had to get back on the bus and travel to Findlay once again the following week for the opening round of the tourney. Were the Eagles able to put those pesky Oilers away, Brian?
Well, Trav, the Lady Eagles, as you mentioned, had to travel back to Findlay, and the second verse was different from the first, as the Eagles took this game, came out hot, and they held Findlay to a .75 hitting percentage in Game 1, a 30-18 Eagle win. Ashland totaled 15 kills in the second game, winning 32-30, and the Eagle defense was stellar in Game 3 as well, as the Oilers were held to a .23 hitting percentage. The 30-21 win gave AU the sweep, as junior Mary Kate Glow had 10 kills and 11 digs, while Lindsey Warren had 37 assists. Ashland led in block assists 20-6, and the win advanced the Lady Eagles into the GLIAC Final Four, where they would face a daunting task, beating undefeated Hillsdale on the Chargers' home court. Could Ashland pull off the upset, Trav?
Well, funny you should ask, Brian, because not only did the Eagles come away with an upset, but they swept the Chargers on their home court.
Get in the broom.
Get the broom. They must be involved with Hoover Vacuum or something. Bunch of sweeps. It appeared the Eagles charged right in and got dominated. The Eagles won 30-28, 30-24, and 30-28. The Eagles got 17 kills, 11 digs, and 4 service aces from Glow. Dangle had 15 kills and 10 digs. Santos added 15 digs, and Warren had 49 assists. With the 2 victories in the GLIAC postseason, it definitely strengthened AU's hopes of being invited to the NCAA Division II regional tournament. Well, back to the GLIAC tourney, the Eagles then moved on to the championship game to take on Grand Valley State, the defending conference champion, and they were ranked 5th in the nation. Well, Brian, was another upset awaiting?
After the huge win over Hillsdale in the semifinals, Grand Valley played the role of Sweden. Now, do you have any idea what that would mean? Why Grand Valley would have something to do with Sweden?
No.
Well, in 1980,
Explain
the
this.
U.S. hockey team beat Russia, the huge upset, in the semifinals. But people forget they had to go to the finals and beat Sweden. Much like this, they beat huge upset over Hillsdale in the semifinals. But that win would mean nothing if AU
like
couldn't get it
Swedish
done
fish.
against the Lakers. Well, that is similar, I suppose. And in the regular season, Grand Valley won at Cates Gymnasium in 5 games, Once again, the second verse was different from the first as Ashland carried the momentum to a 4-game win over the Lakers. Wins in the first 2 games by scores of 30-26 and 32-30 put Grand Valley in a hole, but the Lakers took Game 3 30-18. However, the Eagles bounced back with a 30-17 win to take the match and the GLIAC championship for the first time in school history.
That's good.
Yes,
Let's
it is.
give them a round of applause.
All right, let's see that then.
Good job.
Glow had 19 kills, 7 digs, and 7 aces, while Dangle had 14 kills and 15 digs for AU. Dangle was named tournament MVP for efforts. Glow and Warren were also named to the all-tournament team, and with the win, Ashland scaled the regional rankings, taking 5th, where they will face Ferris State Friday in the Division II regional tournament. And we didn't even mention Beth Dangle had some more honors.
Exactly. The whole team had some more honors. The championship and the all-tournament team didn't finish out the awards. Ashland's volleyball team, 4 AU players earned 2006 All-GLIAC awards. Glow was a GLIAC first-team pick for the 2nd consecutive year. Warren was named to the 2nd team, as well as Dangle and Santos picked up their first conference awards. Santos picked up honorable mention. And this just in, a former Gametime Spotlight participant,
We'll take the credit.
Beth Dangle,
Let's take the credit.
That's why she did it, was named the NCAA Division II National Player of the Week by the American Volleyball Coaches Association. Dangle is the only AU player to ever receive the award.
That's impressive.
Yes, very
Congratulations
impressive.
to Beth.
Give her another round of applause. Ashland, now 20-9, is ranked 24th in the latest top 25 national poll. Congratulations to all the Eagles players and coaches, and good luck in the regional tournament. Well, I know that was a lot of information, but we will be right back with more Game Time Situation right after this quick timeout. Don't go too far.
Kids, how do we take care of our teeth?
Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day. If you want healthy teeth, do this every day. Brush your teeth,
Fight tooth decay.
floss your teeth,
Don't forget regular dental checkups, okay?
brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day.
Hi, Mr. President. My parents believe that eating meals together will make our country strong. Is this something that you did when you were a kid?
I did eat with my family so long as my mother wasn't cooking.
It's not good making fun of your mother, even if you are president, but it is good to have dinner with your kids. We know the more often children have dinner with their families, the less likely they are to smoke, drink, and use drugs. So simply having dinner together can help your children forever, even if you're not a great cook.
My name's Andy McDonald. I ride this useless wooden toy for a living. It's hard. I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm still lame. I do a trick called a 540. Took me a good 6 years to learn. There's a whole generation of skateboarders out there that are just as talented athletically as any basketball or football player. It takes somebody that's not going to be afraid to fall down a lot, because you definitely will fall down. You're not a failure until you refuse to get back up. Drugs are only going to hinder what I'm trying to do. That right there is my idea of getting high.
Welcome back. Now I hope you caught your breath because we're about to go under for a little while as we bring you up to date on the swimming team. On Halloween weekend, the Eagles teams hosted Edinburgh and IUP. The AU men downed Edinburgh 83-37 and got the better of IUP 79-42. Senior Kevin Rapian collected a pair of first-place finishes as we won the 100 breaststroke and 200 breaststroke.
That was us. We did that again. Because we're Ashland, right? It
Yeah.
was you and me did
Exactly.
that, what we're representing.
Right.
Good.
That's why we're here. You know.
Good.
Ashland, TV2, Game Time Situation.
All right.
Back to live action. Freshman Todd Polak was another double winner, leading the field in the 500 freestyle and 1,000 freestyle. That's a lot of freestyling. Freshman Jesper Madsen won the 200 butterfly and was part of the 200 medley relay that claimed first place. Senior Omar Fatala led the field in the 200 freestyle and contributed to the win in the 200 medley. With the wins, the men's team traveled to Indianapolis. How did that go, Brian?
Well, Trav, the men look to continue their solid efforts at Indianapolis a weekend ago. They returned home with a 156.5 to 134.5 win. Madsen won the 200 butterfly, the 200 breaststroke, and the 400 IM for the Eagles. Freshman Chris Fett won the 100 backstroke and the 200 backstroke, while senior Omar Fatala won the 50 freestyle. Freshman Todd Polak won the 1,000 freestyle, and Sean McGraw took first in the 100 butterfly. The victory moved the men to 5-0 on the season. They returned
we're
to
undefeated.
That's very good. They returned to action Friday against the Wheeling Jesuit. Freshman Jesper Madsen was named GLIAC Male Swimmer of the Week for the week of November 7th. More round of applause for the Eagles.
This round of applause stuff.
He won 3 events against the Greyhounds, and his time in the 200 breaststroke was a school record. Madsen's the 3rd swimmer this year to win the award, as Fatala and Johnson won earlier this season. The women also hosted IUP in Edinburgh October 28th, defeating both schools. Against IUP, AU picked up a tight 63-59 win, and then they drilled Edinburgh 84-38. Jenny Johnson won the 200 IM, 200 freestyle, and 200 backstroke.
Wow.
That's tiring, yes. Lizzie Wormer took first in the 500 and 1,000 freestyle, and senior Megan Dort won the 100 breaststroke for the Lady Eagles. The women would travel to Indianapolis last weekend. How did the ladies fare there, Trav?
Well, they didn't fare quite as well, get in here, as the men's team, but they did compete pretty well. However, they fell short 157-123. Dort was first in 2 events as she led the way in the 100 breaststroke and 200 breaststroke. Johnson claimed top honors in the 400 individual medley. The women fall to 3-2 and will also host Wheeling Jesuit on Friday. Now, Brian, we have said swimming is a very tough sport for many shows now.
You got
Am I
to
right?
swim, you got the backstroke, you got the breaststroke, and then there's like freestyle, and that's like 50 and Lloyd Banks and them.
Right.
That's what they do.
Just dance with it.
Right, okay.
Anyways, I really don't know how they do it, especially the athletes that compete in several events. Well, senior Kevin Rapian competes in several different events, but today he will only have to compete in one. But it could be the toughest one yet as he goes under the Game Time spotlight with Chip Whipple. Chip, let's see if he can swim through your questions.
Thanks, guys. I'm Chip Whipple, and I'm here with senior swimmer Kevin Rapian of the AU swim team. Thanks for being here, Kevin.
No problem.
Now, you're able to swim underneath the waters with ease, but let's see how well you are underneath the Game Time spotlight. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
The men's swim team so far this year is 5-0 in duels. What can you account for the success of the team so far this year?
The biggest thing we can account for on the men's side would definitely be, last year we had 13 guys. We more than doubled our team. We now have 28 guys, and we have to really count that to the pool that we got, the new pool, because we were able to get more money in and obviously recruit a lot more people. So that's probably the biggest thing of why we're 5-0 this year, and also to the fact of our training is a little different than usual. And most people are swimming a little faster than we usually do at this point in the season, which is a very good thing. So.
Now, obviously, swimming is an individual sport just as much as it's a team sport. How have you performed so far this year in individual events?
Individual, I've never performed better in my entire life than now. And that's due mainly to the difference in training. I'm a sprinter, so this year all I've done is sprint work, just fast stuff, easy stuff, nothing in between. And for me, that's what I need. And just, you really don't know what you want until you try it, and this is what I need, and that's I've had my best time of my life last weekend due to that. So I can't ask for anything much more than that right now.
You talked earlier about the new pool. The rec center opened last spring. This is the first year you guys have gotten to use it as a home pool.
Yeah.
How much of a difference has that made this season compared to last?
Well, from being able to actually see in the water now, it's not green, is a good thing. But it's a huge change because, going from 6 lane to 8 lanes, 5-foot lanes to 8-foot wide lanes is just huge. We get a lot more. It's not crammed in as much as it used to be. And training, a lot of the training is probably different because the new pool is a lot better. But that's a huge part of probably why we're swimming better also. Another thing is we have the new blocks, new gutters, all that stuff takes into account. New lane lines. We have the most high-tech pool in the conference right now, and that makes a huge difference. When people come to our pool, they say, "Man, that's a fast pool," and it's due because of all those things. So huge difference.
How important do you think it's going to be for the team this year to compete well in the GLIAC championships, because this year it's going to be held at the AU Rec Center?
Well, it's our home turf. I mean, where we're sitting right now, on the guys' side, we have every chance to win conference due to the fact that we beat Indy last weekend. So, in home turf, that just gives you more advantage to swimming. I swim 3 hours a day in that pool. It's a lot different than when you go to another pool and you have to completely rechange all your stuff just to make sure that you're fit with that pool. So it's a huge advantage.
Now, it's commonly known that male swimmers on a tendency shave their legs.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, do you shave your legs, and what advantage does it give to a male swimmer to shave their legs?
Well, not only do I shave my legs, I shave my whole body. I shave my head, my armpits, everything, my arms. And I'm not sure if it's more of a physical advantage. It's more in your head. It's honestly, I think 80% of it's mental. And the reason why I think it's mental is because you jump in that water after you shaved your legs last night, and you just feel extremely fast. I mean, you pull your arm out of the water and the water just glides off your hand, unlike when you have a bunch of hair just kind of sits there. So the feeling is a lot different. You just feel so much faster, less resistance, and I don't know, 80% of it is definitely mental, but I mean, my coach, it's mandatory for all of the guys on the team to shave their legs. If they didn't, he'd probably kick you in the butt and say, do it or die.
You're a senior this year, obviously. What are your plans after graduation this spring?
My plans are I'm going to hopefully have a job in the financial services area. Hopefully a sales position, financial advisor position, hopefully. But probably won't have anything to do with swimming. Unfortunately, I mean, in some ways, I'm glad to be done. In some ways, I'm going to miss it. Like, I just, it's just a part of your life. So.
And just one last question. It's a little bit of a hypothetical one. Imagine you're at nationals. You get to race in one and only race. You're part of relays. You do individual events. You only get to race in one race, but you're guaranteed to win. What race would you choose and why?
I would definitely choose the 100 breaststroke, just because that's my event. In the last 4 years, since freshman year, I've had a goal to break a minute in the 100 breast, and I've just become so close. And I mean, even if I didn't win, just to break a minute in the 100 breast, I would be completely satisfied. But yeah, 100 breaststroke would definitely be that event to win for me.
Thank you, Kevin. You are now officially off the Game Time Spotlight.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Game Time Situation right after this.
Does peace really have a chance within our lifetime? At Rotary, we believe it does. We've created programs at universities around the world dedicated solely to teaching peace to a new generation. There's a new symbol for peace. Rotary.
E-File. Get receipt confirmation and a quicker refund. Log on or tell your tax preparer to e-file for you and join the 53 million e-filers who consider it done.
All over America, people are taking the National Radon Test. Have you? Answer true or false. Radon is a radioactive gas.
False.
True.
It's true?
It's a natural gas?
The Office of the Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested for radon.
False.
False.
True. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer.
False.
It's true.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm totally surprised. I never would have thought that.
I don't even know where to go to have it checked.
1-800-SOS Radon.
If I don't take care of it, nobody else will.
Welcome back once again. Now earlier we were talking about this weird Ohio weather and how confusing it gets. Well, 2 weeks ago it wasn't much different as the AU football team hosted in-state rival Findlay in the last home game of the year at Community Stadium. Well, on a day that produced rain, snow, sleet, and winds that gusted past 25 miles an hour, TV2 was there to bring you the broadcast, and we have highlights for you fans. Let's roll them. As you can see, look at this horrible, horrible weather. But cheerleaders and fans, we got a good crowd out there for the last home game at Community Stadium. Ashland got to start off pretty early here against the Oilers, as the Oilers were here to punt. Chad Hubler comes in, blocks the punt, recovered by Troy Rice. So the Ashland gets the ball there early. This is in the second quarter. Now, Ryan Young attempting a 36-yard field goal in these bad conditions. Not easy to kick. That one was missed. And then down here, Findlay, Zach Zimmerman, he goes to kick it. It's blocked. That one was from 30 yards out, blocked field goal. So it was 0-0 at halftime. Right away here in the third quarter, however, Melvin Jackson breaks over here. Appears he's going to get tackled. Nope. Whoop! He gets away and into the end zone. A 24-yard touchdown run for Melvin Jackson, 7-0. Here, Billy Cundiff, quarterback, fumbles. It's recovered by Finley. Then Jackson, he gets hit, fumbles. Brady Miller of the Eagle defense recovers that one. Then, right here on a big fourth down play, the Eagles looking to drive here.
The sun's out.
Quarterback Cundiff, yeah, it's crazy weather. Cundiff, here he is picked off by Nick Notario. Notario brings it back about 17 yards. Nothing doing as the Eagles defense, once again, gets the ball back for the offense. However, this time, quarterback John Ferguson rolls out to the right, looking, he throws, and that Nick Notario picks another one off. Couldn't quite see it, but he did. He did get the interception right there. Then Zimmerman, a 29-yard field goal late in the fourth quarter. No good. So the Eagles still had a chance at 7-0. Here Ferguson throws it down to Ziegler for 21 yards, one of the biggest plays of Ashland all day. However, the very 2 plays later, actually, Ferguson fumbles the snap. Finley falls on it, and they come away with a big 7-0 victory. The Ashland offense struggled in the game as they were outgained 140-61 and had negative 11 yards rushing. Jackson gained 126 yards on 41 carries for Finley. Brady Miller led AAU in tackles with 7 of them solo, 2 tackles for a loss, and a fumble recovery. Matt Bogman had 6 tackles, 4 solo, and 4.5 tackles for loss, and recorded AAU's lone sack. Brandon Oney had 8 tackles, 6 solo, and 1 pass breakup. After the rough weather, the Eagles then had to travel to Detroit to take on Wayne State. How did that go, Vale?
Well, after that tough loss, the team headed to Wayne State last weekend with a new starting quarterback. Redshirt freshman Billy Cundiff would take the snaps for the Eagles. The redshirt freshman did not have much success as he was just 3 for 9 for 31 yards before leaving the game with a shoulder injury in the second quarter.
Ooh,
the Warriors.
Is your shoulder a little rough there?
It might have separated something. We'll see.
You can move it very hard.
The Warriors hit 2 field goals in the first quarter to go ahead 6-0, but a 42-yard touchdown pass was next, increasing the lead to 12 after the missed 2-point conversion. Quarterback John Ferguson replaced Cundiff and directed a long scoring drive for AU as running back Blaine Magg scored from a yard out to make it 12-7. Freshman Ryan Young made a 39-yard field goal to cut the lead to 2 late in this first half, but Wayne State running back Jock Bell scored early in the third quarter, followed by a Kenny Schmidt 12-yard touchdown catch, and then Bell scored again from 14 yards out to put the Warriors ahead 33-10.
That's a pretty good running back.
That's a good one.
Bell.
Senior quarterback Nick Strantz drove Ashland down the field for the last score, a 5-yard touchdown run, making the final 33-17 as Strantz got his first action of the season. Bell rushed 38 times for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ferguson was 9 for 21 for 89 yards, and Strantz was 3 for 5 for 58 yards with that rushing touchdown. The loss dropped AU to 3-6 on the season with a game at Gannon this weekend to end the year.
Now, from one kind of football to the other, you know what that is?
I don't have feet on here, so I can't really illustrate.
Just get it up? All right, Anyway, the men's soccer team finished out their season with the contents against, I'll give you one guess, Vale.
Grand Valley. Wait a second. Well, you said one guess, but can I get another one? Can I have another one?
I don't know why.
Can I have a guess?
I guess.
Okay, Finley.
Yeah. If you'd have been paying attention in the earlier show, we said Finley. They play Finley a lot. Well, that game, it went into overtime, 0-0 tie. However, freshman midfielder Max Hiltner scored in the overtime on a shot outside the goal box to give AU the victory. It was the first of his career. Sophomore Greg Habib made 1 save in 47 minutes of play, while freshman Blaise Luszewski turned away 5 shots in 57 minutes in the net. After starting the season 0-5-1, the men won 5 of their last 9 games, including 3 of their last 4 GLIAC games. Albert Smith and Dean Williams were awarded first team All-GLIAC, and Andrew Cornwell, who is currently running this camera, he was named second team.
He's versatile.
He is very versatile. Congratulations to the men's soccer team on a good season.
Well, the women's soccer team came stumbling into their last game of 2006 on a 6-game losing streak. A road game against Findlay awaited for AU, and freshman Kelly Usher was ready, scoring 2 goals in the first half to give Ashland a 2-0 halftime lead. Findlay came back with 2 second-half goals to tie it, and neither team could score in the overtime periods. The 2-2 tie set AU's record for 2006 at 7-9-2 overall and 2-5-1 in the league. Also, AU senior player Ashley Bigelow was named to the ESPN The Magazine First Team All-District 4 Academic All-American Team. That's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful.
She's a senior with a 3.85 GPA. She's a 3-year starter and has been a member of the GLIAC All-American Team each of the past 2 seasons. Bigelow and Lisa Berg were named second team All-GLIAC. Congratulations to the women on a good season as well.
Well, another fall sports team ended their season recently as the cross-country team finally stopped the running. The Eagles teams competed at the regional championships hosted by Wisconsin Parkside.
Do you think it's by a park?
Yeah, I think so. I think
That's
they run in
reasonable.
the park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's reasonable. I can see it.
Similar like, the Ashland Park. Like they had to... Never mind.
All right.
The AU men were 8th out of 23 teams. AU's top finisher was senior Jason Oswald at 23rd, and Jeremy Train finished 35th. Ashland women were 12th out of 24 teams. Becky Yoder had Ashland's best placement as 20th. Congratulations to the men and women's cross-country teams. Well, now we're going to get right into the winter sports teams. Brian, you're just standing there.
I like to be on television.
Jeez. We're going to get right into the winter sports team as the men's basketball team returns 4 starters from last year's team, which went 19-10 and 10-7 in conference play. Guard forward Vaughn Knight is the top returning scorer with 13.9 points per game. Knight and forward Greg Emmons are both closing in on 1,000 career points.
That's a lot.
Emmons averaged 12.8 points per game and 6.8 rebounds per game. Guard Rob McCray and point guard Brett Bartlett should form one of the league's quickest backcourts. McCray averaged 11.9 points per game last season with a team-high 39 steals. Bartlett averaged 10.5 points per game and had a team-high 60 three-point field goals. He shot .438 from behind the three-point arc, pretty good. Other returning are Jim Redurer, Richard Ruckert, Tyler Rosenberger, Matt Engler, and Tony Mandaloni. The top newcomer figures to be junior transfer from Cleveland State, Mike Gansey. Other newcomers are Chad Fender, Carlos Raymore, Cale Richardson, and Brant Daniels. The Eagles are coached by Roger Lyons, who's in his 13th season at AU. AU is picked to finish second in the GLIAC South Division. The Eagles kick off the season next Wednesday as they host Ohio Dominican at Cates Gymnasium.
After repeating as GLIAC South champions a season ago, the women's basketball team returns 4 starters. Amber Rawl, a senior guard, was second in the conference in scoring last season. Senior forward Catherine Porterata averaged 12 points, shooting 60% from the floor, second in the league. Junior forward Lisa Grau was second in rebounding, third in steals, and third in block shots in the conference a season ago. Sophomores Alethea Lamberson and Betsy Morrison will fill out the starting lineup for Coach Sue Ramsey. 5 newcomers join the team. Freshmen Mickey Coons, Lindsay Gott, Lacey Romine, Amy Reithmiller, and transfer Elizabeth O'Brien will join the Lady Eagles rotation. Gott and Romine will help at the guard position. Reithmiller and O'Brien will contribute in the post, and Coons should help out both inside and out. Coach Ramsey in her 12th season will be looking for Ashland's 4th straight GLIAC South title this season. Their regular season begins November 17th in the GLVC GLIAC Classic at Cates Gymnasium against Indianapolis.
Well, the AU wrestling team came into the season ranked 15th in the NCAA Division II Wrestling Coaches of America preseason poll. Another mouthful. Anyway, 2 AU wrestlers appear in the individual rankings. At 125 pounds, Mike Compton is ranked 4th. Last year, he earned All-American Award by placing 8th at the national championship. Josh Ohl is ranked 7th at 285 as he advanced to the Nationals a year ago. Other returners to the team are Nick Allball, Matt Allen, Jacob Bartley, Ryan Belcher, Marcus Gordon, Oliver Gray, Tony Iovine, Jordan Job, Eric Lakia, Joe Reamer, Tim Shantz, Matt Snyder, Sean Stevenson, and Yen Trung. The Eagles open up their season on Saturday, November 18th when they host the Harris Open.
Wow, that was a lot, and it was already a fun and interesting time covering all the fall sports. I can hardly wait to bring our fans up to date on the winter sports teams here at AU.
That's right, Vale. I think all the winter sports teams have a very good chance to compete for the GLIAC titles.
However, we can't keep talking too much longer because, I hate to tell you, we're being told we're going to have to stop.
Are you serious? When are we ever going to catch a break?
Thanksgiving break's coming up soon.
Well, that's right. That sounds good. Right now, well, I am hungry, and I guess we will use that break, and then we will return on December 6th for the last Game Time Situation of the semester.
Well, I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving break, and remember to check out TV2 coverage.
That's right, Brian. TV2 will be doing live play-by-play coverage of all of the Ashland University men and women's basketball games.
If you can't make it to Kate's Gymnasium for the game, make sure to check it out right here on TV2.
Well, that's all for now. Thanks for joining us, and thanks to the whole crew. See you in a few weeks.
Have a good night.